The day is breaking softly and the night is glowing true. I feel a million eyes, so breathe, 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 darling, you can make my love your home, make my love your home.
for the first news. It's about Sirius sub-branded Landian send first 500 cars to overseas market. Sirius officially launched the Landian brand on March 30 and made its first model, the plug-in hybrid E5, available with technology from Highway and BYD. Landia, the new energy vehicle NEV sub-brand of the Serial Group, began explore the vehicle even though the new brand was officially launched only 2 months ago. On May 25th, Landian shipped the first 500 units of its mid-size but hybrid SUV Landian E5 to overseas market, according to the press release from the brand Sunday. Let's just have a smooth on out and adjust a little bit. How do I turn off the ad? I can't turn off the ad. Can I turn off the ad? Here we go. So, yeah. So we are looking at the Landian E5 vehicle. Serial, a key automotive partner of Chinese tech giant Huawei, officially launched the Landian brand on the March of 30 and made its first model and plug-in hybrid E5 available. Equipment with the technology from Huawei and BYD, Landian E5 is a mid-size SUV available in 5 and 7 seat version with a standing price of RMB 139,900, which is the dollar about 18,940. The model used the F31A 1.5-liter PHEV specific energy and EHT 300 electronic hybrid system from the BYD's FinDreams Power. The Landian E5 also comes with Huawei's HiC Car 3.0 system and the latest version of Harmony OS from the cars. But the support features including the seamless continuity with the cell phones. The Landian E5 drew strong interest from its dealer partner during the online present with overseas deals, Landian says yesterday. Landian literally means the blue electronic in Chinese. Landian. There we go. Landian literally means the blue electronic in China, and the brand is positioned as the building of the Internet of Everything ecosystem E-area, where the letter E references the electronic according to the series. In 2023, the Landian brand will build 340 expression store and 160 delivery center service previously said. Serial Group sold 6,907 new NEV in the April, down to 19.12% year-on-year and 18.73% from the March, according to the data released. That including 2,953 vehicles from the Serial brand, according to the group, which did not release NEV sales for its brands. Following up, let's check out the Mercedes news. Mercedes-Benz launched the EQE SUV in China. Price start with $68,660. The EQE SUV is priced at about half the price as EQS SUV that Mercedes-Benz launched in China on February 21st. Mercedes has launched a new electronic SUV in China that is about half of the price of the more expensive EQS SUV it launched early this year, trying to capitalize on the opportunity pressed by the rapidly growth of the world's largest electronic vehicle market. Mercedes-Benz joined the World Show in China, Beijing-Benz let the EQE SUV go on sales on March 27 based on the EVA all-electronic platform. The 12th model product by the German luxury market in China. The vehicle is available in 4 versions in China with a starting price of RMB 486,000, which is about $660, and following up with RMB 510,000 and RMB 564,600 and RMB 630 and 600 respectively. The price is roughly half of the EQS SUV that Mercedes-Benz launched in China on February 21st, which was offered in 2 versions starting the RMB 900, 910, 500 and RMB 1000, 100, 500 at launched. The EQE SUV means 4,880 mm in the length of 2,031 mm and wide at 1,679 mm in height, with a wheelbase of 3,030 mm. In terms of powertrain, the model is available in 2 versions, 350 4MATIC and 500 4MATIC, with electronic motor of 215 kW and 300 kW respectively, and they oscillate from 0 to 100 km in just 6.8 seconds and 5.1 seconds respectively. The EQE SUV comes standard with a battery pack with a captive of 96.1 kW and the maximum CLTC range from 613 km. The vehicle supports a maximum charging power of 129 kW and the minimum time request increase the range from 10% to 80% in 48 minutes. The vehicle supports adaptive damping system plus and the air-metric options. For compression, the EQS SUV means measured at 5,137 mm in height, 1,965 mm in wide, and 1,721 mm in height, and has a wheelbase of 3,210 mm, can oscillate from 0 to 10 to 100 km in 6.2 seconds. The launch of the EQE SUV comes at a time when Mercedes-Benz performance in Chinese EV market has been lukewarm. In the Chinese Passenger Cars Association ranking of the car company New Energy Vehicle sales in China, Mercedes-Benz never made it. On November 15th in 2022, Mercedes-Benz announced reducing its suggested retail price of some EQ series model by up to RMB 237 and 600 to boost the sale. Pony AI. Let's have a look for what Pony AI is. Pony AI launched the robot taxi service with no safety officer on board in Shenzhen after Guangzhou. Pony AI has previously been approved to provide the robot taxi service within a driver in the car in Beijing and Guangzhou. Pony AI, a Chinese startup backed by Toyota Motor and Neon Capital, has brought its fully announced robot taxi service to yet another Chinese megacity as it continues to advance its self-driving ambitions. On May 29, Pony AI received a permit in Shenzhen to conduct robot taxi service within a safe office in the vehicle in the city's core area, the only one to receive the permit in the city so far, according to a press release today. Founded late 2016, Pony AI has established R&D center in Silicon Village, Guangzhou, Beijing, and Shanghai is running robotaxi operations locally. In the late 2019, Neon Capital said it invested in Pony AI for an undisclosed amount when it announced the completion of more than 200 million fundraising in February 2020. Pony AI announced it has raised 400 million from Toyota. Pony AI launched the robotaxi app Pony Pilot in December 2008 and received a permit to operation to the robotaxi service for a fee in Beijing in November 2021. On March 17, Pony AI announced that it received a license in Beijing to operating fully unmanned robotaxi service within the 60 square kilometers area in the Yizhuan Economic Development Zone. Let's have a look at Pony AI system. On April 26, the company said it will granted permission to offer robotaxi service without a safety officer in the vehicle in Guangzhou when it put 70 robotaxi into the operations. The expansion of the driverless footprint in Shenzhen confirmed Pony AI available to quickly roll out the self-driving technology in the different cities, it said. Driverless vehicles need to undergo rigorous testing before hitting the road, including the remote ceremony, extended disciplinary safety management and network and data security, risk response, and a comprehensive across by the expected environment department, Pony AI said. Successful passing those tests provide Pony AI technology provide, it said. Today, Pony AI has more than 1 million kilometers of fully unmanned testing and nearly 200,000 paid travel orders, the company said.
Softly.
Neon opens new plant in Hefei to provide swap station. Neon is aiming to adding 1,000 battery swap stations this year, and to make up for the lack of the capacity, they decided to build a new plant in Hefei to provide them an exclusive site. Neon Power Senior Vice President Shen Fei talks to the medium in Shanghai in March 2023. Neon has added a new factory to produce battery swap stations to support its aggressive plan and to add 1,000 battery swap stations this year, which is announced in 3 months ago. A new battery swap station was shipped from the Hefei Anhui plant on Friday evening, and this station was installed in Xiamen, Fujian this morning, according to Neon Power's Senior Vice President Shen Fei. Shen received the development today on Weibo, said the first time we have seen contacts about Neon new swap battery station factory Hebei, home of the 2 Neon vehicle assistant plants. Neon decided adding 1,000 battery swap stations this year after the Chinese New Year, and to make up for the lack of the capacity, the company decided to build a factory in Hefei to produce those factory, Shen said. It looks 3 months ago from the time that decide was made to the time the first battery swap station was shipped from the plant, according to Shen. She did not provide more detail, but the progress appeared to have been made with the help of NIO's battery swap station supply. Shen traded Shandong Weibo Machinery, which has been shipped battery swap station to NIO, said on March 29, and its Kushen Jianghu-based subsidiary Swap had developed the delivery the third generation battery swap station for NIO. Shen was continuing to develop, produce, and supply according to NIO's actual demand and order. In the future, we then said at the time an investor invest in interactive platform. Swap is a joint version established in 2017 by NIO Power and with DICE Industrial Robotic Substation design and detective in the design, development, the production, and the manufacturing of an automatic battery swap station, according to the information on this official Weibo website. It is unclear how many factory swap tests in China to provide battery swap station for NIO, which has a factory in Hungary to produce the facilities that went into operations in September 2022. The third generation of NIO's battery swap station was unveiled at the NIO Day 2022 event on December 24, 2022, capable of storage up to 21 pack, up from 13 from its producer generation and 5 for the first generation of the facilities. NIO announced the plan that time added the 400 battery swap station by 2023. Thought that plan was raised to 1,000 on February 21st. William Li, NIO's founder, chairman, and CEO, said at the time that the company would feature the across-rate development of the battery swap station with a goal of having more than 2,300 battery swap stations in China by the end of 2023. Speaking at a press conference on the first day of the Shanghai Auto Show on April 18th, Li said that NIO would add about 200 battery swap stations per month starting in June. As of May 29, NIO has 1,432 battery swap stations in China, 383 of which are located among highways, according to data. The company also has 2,624 charging stations in China, providing 15,591 charging pallets.
Breaking softly and the night is glowing true. I feel
Musk once laughed at BYD and now thinks that their cars are highly competitive. That was many years ago. Their cars are highly competitive those days, Mark said. A video of Tesla, Elon Musk laughing when asking about BYD in an interview has sparked a widely scrolled discussion on the social media from time to time. Now, as the video has sparked a renewed buzz on Twitter, Musk has responded. That was many years ago. Their cars are highly competitive those days, Musk said in May 27. Reply below a video shared by Tesla owner Silicon Valley on Twitter. Let's have a look for this. Tesla owner Silicon Valley, what do you think of BYD? Elon Musk started laughing. Have you seen the cars? Let me see if you can hear the song. Oh. Hey, you can't hear the sound? Okay, interview, a Bloomberg host mentioned that Tesla began to have competitive, such as BYD, which was ramping up. Musk laughed at those words and asked the host if she had seen BYD's car. Musk's reactions at the time was understandable. After all, BYD was just a Chinese car company targeting the lower end of the market in 2011 and was far less well known than it is now today. Even in 2019, BYD annual sale was only 400 units across all models, and nowadays nearly 2 million sales of SAI. Volkswagen in the same year. BYD has explosive sales growth in 2021 and stepped in productions of the cells in vehicles powered entirely by the internal combustion energy in March 2021. Let's have a data. You see? So the red one is Tesla. Tesla has been stably growing and has a lower down in 2022, which BYD on the other hand are growing fast, rapidly, has a little bit lower down just this beginning of this year. BYD sold 1,863,494 new energy vehicles in 2022, up to 208.64% from 603,783 in 2021. For comparison, Tesla delivered 1,313,851 vehicles worldwide in 2022, up 40.38% from 935,950 in 2021. In the first quarter of the year, BYD sold 547,917 passengers new NEVs, up to 92.81% year-on-year, including 264,647 battery electronic vehicle BEVs and 270 plug-in hybrid vehicles. Tesla's vehicles were all BEV, delivered by 422,875 units in the first quarter, up 36.39% year-on-year. And let's have a check of the quarterly sales. BYD BEVs vs Teslas. We can see BYD still need to work on their BEVs, battery electronic vehicle. They still cannot beat the Tesla. Ford CEO Jimmy Fallon expressed a similar opinion on May 26, calling Chinese electronic vehicle market its main competitive in the segment. Fallon said that China has some of the best battery technology and is dominating EV product at the Morgan Stanley Substantial Finance Summit. He used BYD as the premier example of the Chinese auto market and has successfully developed and sold EV first in China, now in Europe. I like BYD, totally vertical and integrate, aggressive, very impressive company, and they were always committed to electronic. Furley said when he asked which company was doing the right thing in the marketing EVs. In the making EVs. The last news, we will have a look for XPeng CEO tested MPV model called X9. XPeng will open up the MPV market to a younger demographic with X9, said He Xiaopeng, chairman and the CEO. Xiaopeng is starting to warm up for the company's first MPV model after the previously mentioned plan to build such a model. In addition to the G6, Xiaopeng has recently been built a new MPV and X9 in the Chinese electronic vehicle market. Chairman, we will open up the MPV market for the younger demographic with the product. Mr. He Weibo didn't mention anything more, but was accompanied by the picture showing the logo of the MPV's name. XPeng has mentioned last year that the company would launch the first MPV in 2023 and provided more details during its earnings calls in the May 24th. XPeng will launch the 7-seat electronic MPV internally demand the X9 in the fourth quarter of this year, the company's management said in this call. XPeng defining the 7-seat MPV, thinking about how young people associate with MPV, and will go into more detail about the logic of young people buying MPVs and its launch at the end of the year, the company said. In the second half of the year, gross margin level was steadily improved with deliveries of the G6, P7i, and MPV, the company said, the widely called. There are few good MPV to choose from in China's market before 2022, with the most well-known being with the bulky GS8 and the Toyota Alphard. There are even few new energy MPVs. Dongfang Motor EV subsidiary Volco launched its MPV model in Via Dreamer in China on May 7, 2022. BYD premium brand Denza launched its D9 MPV on May 16, 2022, and the ZAC launched its Zaka 009 MPV on November 2. Li Auto also expressed the roar of the first MPV by the end of the year, though NIO has stressed several times it has no plan to build such a model in the near future. It was nothing that the MPV market has been a niche segment in China. That will be all for today. Thanks for watching. I will see you tomorrow next time.